Some quick fire questions here. Do you treat your hair or not?
Do I treat it?
Yeah.
No,
You just cut or?
just cut.
Oh, and then best win in your coaching career?
Best win? Oh, best win was probably the Ivory Coast. Again, Rwanda versus the Ivory Coast in the opening game of Chan. We won 1-0 because no one expected that, to beat the Ivory Coast. Even at home, nobody expected it.
Then your favorite social media, is it Twitter, Facebook, Instagram?
Whoa. Do you know what? I maybe shouldn't admit this, but I've actually started watching TikTok recently. I find it humorous. I don't involve myself on it, but it gives me a cheap laugh. There's some things on it that I find funny. But look, social media has a great platform for, as I said, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It all is great use to share information, and I think you can't have enough sharing of information.
Series, books, or football only?
No, I quite like getting outside of football. At the moment, I actually just recently with my girlfriend finished watching Lord of the Rings again. I'm a big fan of. I like lots of things. I read lots of things. So I'll read sporting autobiographies, but equally, I'm currently listening to an audiobook, Eddie Jones, the England rugby coach. So I'm listening to that. I recently just watched The Last Dance on Netflix, which a lot of people watch, the Michael Jordan documentary. But then also, just things that aren't involving football, things that take your mind away from it, whether it's novels and, TV programs. It's, I've got a very wide range of interests.
And then what doesn't miss in your fridge?
What doesn't miss in my fridge is very well stocked. I quite like to cook, so if you ever come round to my house, it'll be a home-cooked meal. I don't, I cook for myself. I like trying different things. So, I think this weekend we made some chow mein from scratch. So I make everything from scratch, whether it's the sauces, so my fridge is very well stocked.
And then Ernest Sugira or Jackie Struisenge?
Oh. I love them both. I love them both. Ernest scored some very good goals for us. Jack was a winger when I was introduced to him, and we, as a national team, converted him to a striker. But yeah, I love them both.
And then favorite day of the week?
Favorite day of the week? You're probably expecting me to say Saturday, but actually match days I've got to let go of control, so I'm not as big a fan of Saturdays. No, I quite like Sundays, to be honest. If Sundays are a time when you can disconnect, I like disconnecting. I love my job, but I also like, if you try to get hold of me on a Sunday, it's going to be very difficult for you because I tend to turn my phone off. I take my dog for a long walk. So that's time just to de-stress, to read, to relax. So I enjoy Sundays.
I understand you've listened to some Ugandan music and also got to know some artists. Bebe Cool, Eddie Kenzo, Chameleon, or Bobby Wine.
Do you know what, actually? I'm the worst for names. I've met Eddie Kenzo. I haven't met any of the others. If you played me the music, I would probably be able to go, but I can't link together. The one East African artist I quite like is it Sote Soul?
South Soul,
yeah, from Kenya.
Yeah.
I quite like them. But yeah, I need to get to know more Uganda music. Like, I know a lot of West African music, so obviously P Square were very big when I was in West, and still are. Were very big when I was there. But again, for me, it depends what mood I'm in, what music I'll listen to.
So have you ever been there and danced while looking at yourself without anyone? I mean, you're in your room, music is playing as you're preparing your meal perhaps, and then you begin dancing.
I think you'll have to ask my girlfriend that one.
And then finally, your ideal Christmas holiday.
Oh, my ideal Christmas holiday. I've been in hot countries too long now that cold weather doesn't agree with me anymore. Like, I obviously go back and see my family, and I love spending time with them, but it's too cold in Ireland. I personally like tropical destinations, so a beach, hot weather, the ocean. You know, these are the type of places. I love Mexico. I've never been to Madagascar, but I really do want to go to Madagascar at some times because I like being active as well. There's part of me likes to relax on the beach, but there's another part of me likes to go. I went to Burundi at the start of the year to do the gorilla trekking here. So we went up and trekked a family of gorillas, and you know, so I love the activity of holidays as well. So, but yeah, somewhere hot.
And now this is the last one. How many countries have you been to?
I think it's 50.
50.
I think it's 50. I've lived in 9, and I think I think Uganda's 50 or 51. Or sorry, no, Burkina Faso would have been the most recent. So I think Burkina Faso was 50 or 51.
All right.